thank you all for being here today. I know a lot of people had to drive through some sketchy areas in terms of hurricane damage, and I know it was kind of touch and go about even just being here today, just because of what was going on. So I really appreciate you all making it, and I really appreciate you all being on the Zoom. Bless you, Tommy, if that was a sneeze. So, but no, listen. I can't tell you how honored I am to actually be the chairman of the Alumni Council. Last year at Alumni Weekend, I got a little bit emotional when it was announced that I was coming over to be the chair, and a few reasons why. And first off, I can't tell you how great of a job Gary did, and he's not on here. But if I actually go back to, I want to say maybe 6 years ago, when my wife and I just became empty nesters. And my wife, as some of you met last night, who was kind of certainly my better half. But she said, "All right, now you got to start giving back. You've given back a lot in your life, but now you got to focus on what you want to actually give back to." And I came back here to St. Andrews on Alumni Weekend. It was the first Alumni Weekend I'd been back to in probably 20 years, I think, maybe 15, 20 years. And it was funny. She didn't come with me, and we met here, by the way. She didn't come with me that weekend, but just walking across the Causewalk that Alumni Weekend brought back memories like I was here back in 1989 to 93. And there were good memories, all good memories that I remember that came rushing back to me. And at that point, I went back to Jenny and I said, I have my why. I have my what and I have my why, right? And hopefully all of you are here for the same reason, that St. Andrews did something to you when you were back here spending time on these grounds that changed your trajectory, not necessarily in career, but in your life and how you were as a person. The character that you have the character that I have was formed here in the 4 years, I can tell you that. So when I went back, I committed to St. Andrews Alumni Council. Now that was the old Alumni Council, right? Things changed on why, on how basically how the Alumni Council was what they were focused on. And yes, there were certainly issues, but at the end of the day, I wanted to be a force for good and solutions, and not part of a negative aspect and campaign. And I don't want to spend too much time on that. That's actually all the time I'm going to spend on that. But I took a step back from that because I didn't want to be part of it, and I didn't thought it was productive for me and a good use of my time. What Gary did a couple years ago got me excited to be back on this council. And what Dr. Malik did and what Jeff did in the last couple years have gotten me really excited to now say, all right, now I need to full force go into this position and this alumni council and truly make a difference, which is the reason why I got on it in the first place, right? So as all of you sit around here, and this is kind of the core group of people, I can tell you I've seen people come and go on alumni councils for years. We were talking about this last night, Bill. This is the core group of people who are here for a reason, and that reason is a good one, and that reason is to make the place we love a better place. Get it back to what it was for all of us, but very different for the people who are actually studying on the campus right now. So I can tell you that I'm fully in on the why. I'm here because I absolutely love this place and I really want it to sustain, and I think we have the leadership in place to do that. You saw my email. When I actually sent out that email, it was cherish, protect, and support, right? And I'm going to kind of harp on that. I don't know if everyone read the email. I know I don't usually read emails, but thank you for reading mine. So, I'm the cherish. I just spoke a little bit about why I cherish this place. My wife and I met here. We actually last night walked across the causeway just to kind of remember where I first asked her out, or asked her to commit to me. And here we are 28 years later, so the commitment lasted. But so that's one of the reasons why I cherish it, right? Protect it. Listen, there's a lot of forces out there who are trying to take this place down. I'm not going to mince words, that are trying to take this place down. And our job on this committee, if we're actually just here, because we're here, is we want to protect this place because it's a special place. So I know we've worked hard to try to kind of, like you said, spread out the coals, right? To let that fire burn out. And I think it is. I think you're doing a great job with that. And then support. The fact is that we've made it through a really tough time, and we've done pretty well. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of tough times ahead. But now the time is to support the organization and the institution that's St. Andrews. And that, I will tell you, the development committee under Richard and Wally they're really working hard to make sure the support, when it comes down to monetary support, there's a plan along with Jeff and the capital campaign. It was a little bit hit a little bit of a speed bump this summer. I'm sure you'll go into that. But listen, the fact is that any institution, any college needs money, right? And actually, Jenny said she was talking to you last night about the panel that you were on, Doctor. And, he was sitting next to someone from, was it UNC Pembroke? So she does listen to you. Not me, but she listens to you. The UNC Pembroke, he was on a panel with the president, and the president was talking about that he had $90 million to spend on an auditorium. And he didn't know how to spend it. He didn't know kind of where to start. And here we are, with a capital campaign that has a $5 million goal. Yeah. So that's what we're competing against. And it's not an easy compete, but I know we're definitely in for the job, and we're going to get it done. But that's what we're competing against. But I will tell you the difference is that the experience at UNC Pembroke is very different than the experience is here. And we all see that, right? And we all cherish it. And we love it, and we look back on those memories. So I can tell you there's going to be a lot of focus on fundraising. That's just going to be, that's part of my, the development committee and part of my goal, because without the money, none of this actually happens. So we will be really focused on that, laser focused on that. But that being said, we also want to get the right people on this council. We want to keep the right people on this council, and make sure this is a fun council going forward. Do a lot of work, a lot of hard work, get things done, and have a lot of fun in doing it. So with that, I just want to say thank you. I'm honored to actually to be here, to be the chair, and I'm really looking forward to working with all of you to take it to the next level. And anything you need from me, certainly don't ever hesitate to give me a call. With that, I will tell you there is, before I turn it over to Dr. Malik, there is a Rooney Kaufman book.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm going to hold it up. Can you guys see that on there? Okay.
See there.
There we go.
This is it, and we have a proof to review. Boy, that's about as clear as mud. I'll put them in the group too.
I can tell you. So we're going to be passing that around. Take a look at that today. I just flipped through it for about 5 minutes right before we started, and it's really powerful. Talking about bringing back memories. There are a lot of good memories. There's a whole section on the wall. And I think I was around for some of those. I think I may have done some of those paintings on the wall. But really, really good. We're going to talk more about that a little bit later. But as you go around this morning, take a look at that book. I know you all on Zoom can't do it, but maybe Martin can hold up some pictures for you.
I'll get some snapshots. I'll put them online.
Perfect.
Just real quick, the book, the hard copy is a pre-release. With things missing. The other book has the more current content, so just know that. All right.
Perfect.
Thanks.
And yes, you have some? Okay. And we'll have Martin get up a little bit later to discuss. By the way, I want to thank Martin for all of the technology, and he's done a great job. And I know he's looking for people to actually videotape about their experience at St. Andrews.
Today.
So please make sure you do that. All right. Get with him. I'm not going to do it, but you get with him and give a little bit of blurb on why you're here and why St. Andrews. So with that, I will turn it over to Dr. There you go.